just got a message from the post office that our chicks are here for the fall batch of meat birds. And I was at work. I wasn't expecting them until tomorrow, but the post office works in mysterious ways lately, it would seem. So I'm here at the post office. I can hear the chicks, but the post office is closed until 1. And I left work to come here, grab them, and bring them home and put them in the brooder. So I guess that I'm gonna go home. I get the brooder set up, I guess, and come back at 1 and take even more time off. Never mind. In what turned out to be purely coincidental, the postmaster or postal employees, the 2 that work at our post office, because it's that small, were walking into the parking lot as I was recording that last part and getting ready to leave, and I just asked, hey, can I grab the chicks? And they said, sure. So that worked out. I checked them. I opened them up. I opened them up off camera just in case anything went awry in the mail. But everyone is happy. Everyone is healthy. Emma has given them her seal of approval. So the next thing to do is head out to the shed, which is our brooder, set up the brooder in there, and get the chicks into the brooder. This is the type of brooder that we use for pretty much all of our birds. It used to be cheaper, but it's still relatively cheap to make. I'll leave a link in the corner of this video to the video where I show you how to make this thing. So when you buy your chicks from McMurray, you also have the option to add on broiler booster. This is a vitamin and electrolyte mix that also includes probiotics. It's great to give your chicks right off the bat. It gets them kind of recovered and hydrates them from their trip. Some people will add sugar and honey and apple cider vinegar to the water, which is fine. You can do that as well. But we've always just used the broiler booster from McMurray. It's cheap. It's like a $5 add-on to your chicks, and you know that when they get here, you're gonna have this, and it's not like you're rushing to put something together. I do want to thank McMurray for sending these chicks out to us. These chicks are going to be part of our fall meat bird batch that we raise for ourselves every year, but there are also going to be chicks in here that are going to be processed live at the Homesteaders of New England Fall Gathering. If you haven't already heard about that or know what's going on there, I'll leave a link up in the corner and a link down in the description as well. But essentially, we're putting together a Homesteader gathering in New England that is for everyone to come out and learn how to be more self-sufficient. And there's a huge wasp's nest right there. Oh, crap. Anyway, before we were rudely interrupted by the wasps, you are going to be able to see some of these chickens getting processed live at the Homesteaders of New England Fall Gathering, September 10th and 11th in Greenfield, New Hampshire. We've got some great speakers lined up. Morgan Gold of Goldshaw Farm is going to be coming down and giving a talk. But McMurray has been great. They really support the cause of getting more people out there, helping people learn how to be more self-sufficient and raise their own food. And they stepped up big. And when I went to them and asked them about sponsoring the event, they came back and said, what do you need? And really just made it so we can put this event on, do it right, and grow it in the future. So big thanks to McMurray for sponsoring that, sponsoring the fall meat birds, and really just, in my opinion, being one of the best resources out there for small farms and homesteads. One of the most important things you can do when you get your chicks is to dip their beaks. Sometimes they'll learn on their own where the water is, but getting them that first big drink out of the shipping container, I think is really important. All right, so everyone is in the brooder. They are watered, they are fed, they are under the heat lamp, and I just wanted to share some considerations for you if you're new to keeping chicks. The first and biggest is always going to be heat lamp safety. If you're using a heat lamp and not a brooder heating element, make sure your lighting fixture is secure. Make sure it is tied up using zip ties or baling wire or something that is not likely to break should something knock it or bump into it. Make sure you're not brooding your chicks in a garage or a barn that's attached to your house. I always like to mention that. If that heat lamp were to fail and start a fire, we could lose all those chicks, but we wouldn't lose our house. The bulb can always explode and ignite a fire, but again, if you're doing it right and you have your chicks somewhere that you are not, somewhere not in your living area, that is the safest way to do it. With regard to vaccinations, these chicks are vaccinated against coccidiosis. Coccidiosis is caused by an organism called coccidia. It can kill your chicks. It is most likely in chicks fatal. Older chickens, it can be treated, but in young chicks, it'll take them out pretty quickly. You can get your chicks vaccinated for it, or you can feed your chicks a medicated feed. With this batch, we went vaccinated. The biggest thing there is if your chicks are vaccinated, don't think you're doubling up by feeding them a medicated feed, because it will actually nullify the vaccination. So if you pay to have them vaccinated, don't feed them the medicated feed. That's it for this video. I got to get back to work. I'm on an extended lunch break right now. Make sure to hit that like and subscribe button down below if you want to see more of what we got going on here on the homestead. Make sure to get your tickets to Homesteaders in New England Fall Gathering presented by McMurray Hatchery. If you are in the area and you want to come to that, it's going to be a really good time. Otherwise, we thank you for watching and hope you're having a great day.